I was excited to go to the White House on November 27th. I mean, think about that, right? Is Miss Rush available next week to possibly meet with the president? And Barbara's like, well, let me check her schedule. Yes, she's fine, she's available. So that was so exciting for me and such a unique experience. I wanted to share it with each and every one of you one-on-one, because I'm always looking for those opportunities to first say thank you. Thank you for joining our team. Thanks for being with our company. And because of you, we're a better company. I was invited to the White House to meet with President Obama and his senior leaders to talk about the impact of the fiscal cliff on small businesses in America. Okay, here's the deal. Taxes are going to go up if we don't solve the budget issue. And the budget hasn't been solved for about 1.5 to 2 years because Congress and the White House are at odds with how to close the gap from our debt, what we owe and have borrowed, to what we tax our American people at. So both sides need to compromise and to come up with a budget that's a win-win-win, and ultimately need to look at what's best for America. The president's point of view was, I don't want to impact small business. I've been compromising. We need the government, primarily Congress, to work together to solve the budget in the best way for the American people. His initial step is to extend the tax credits that Bush has put in place, President Bush, about 8 years ago, and he wants to extend them for at least 98% of Americans. So that means we are not going to pay more taxes if it's extended. So if we hit the fiscal cliff, okay, we hit the cliff, nobody decides to vote yes or no, and automatic cuts occur. Here's the deal. We're going to have a lack of spending. We're already seeing it at Walmart. We're seeing it in the retail area. Yes, we had a great Black Friday after Thanksgiving, but what we're going to see is a diminishing in spending. Our economy's 70% spending. So when we stop spending, just like when fuel goes up, what happens is we start to slow the economy. And of course, in automotive sales, which supports all our businesses, we'll see a slowdown in those sales, which will mean more layoffs and a negative impact for all of us. And we can avoid that by passing, or at least agreeing on, the extended tax cuts. When I go to Washington, I'm going to represent all of us, because I was driving a truck, it seems like it wasn't 30 years ago, but about 25 at least, and I was doing whatever it takes to make ends meet. And we're still struggling no matter what level. And so if I have a chance to say something that, hey, don't forget about us, that what I think is the backbone of America is built on the employees or the workforce, then I think that's a great opportunity to say you've got to make changes that are mindful and aware of how it impacts most of America. Well, what did I say to the president? I said, congratulations on your election. I said, it's a pleasure to meet you and an honor to meet you. We then had lots of discussions on the revenues for the government and the expenditures. We got to close the gap. But at the end of 1 hour, I was able to shake his hand and say, I want to thank you again, but urge you to close the gap, close the cliff, get those tax cuts passed, as well as solving the budget. Do it now when you have the momentum of the American public who had voted you in, because my sense is it takes so long to get things done in Washington. So he's like, I'm all for it. I'm ready. Anyone you talk to, I'm ready to solve the budget today. So when I'm with a political figure or government official or the President of the United States, which by the way is cool, I'm mindful of the fact that the only way I'm there is because of the hard work and my connectivity to the hard work of all the employees that are working with Rush Trucking, Dakota Integrated Systems, Detroit Manufacturing, and the suppliers that also support our companies as well. And I wouldn't be there without you guys. So I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you for how you work for our companies and how you represent us, because it's your work, it's your efforts, it's your thoughtfulness that makes us look so positive and great to the public, to our customers. And I am so appreciative of what you do. And I wish I could thank each and every one of you individually. I wanted to share with you, each and every one of you, all these exciting things that we've been doing. And I'm hoping this message is one little expression of my gratitude.